Rightio guys, so we're doing a video update. I did I don't know how many bloody month ago or whatever, a video on the Honda CT125. Was a prototype that they announced at some Tokyo Motor Show or whatever. Didn't know whether it was going to come to market. It has come to market, but in the Japanese market only at this stage. I think they're going to release it 2021. It's a Honda CT125 called the Hunter Cub. It basically, I've watched a lot of videos, people talking about it, and everybody seems to be comparing it to, and these are overseas places, to the Super Cub, which is this particular bike you can see now. It's like a scooter. The engine in this thing, so the Grom motorcycle, the Monkey bike, the Super Cub are all running that same engine. Basically, I think what Japan's done, and I think that what they're saying is that they've got their Super Cub, it's the scooter thing, and now they're bringing out this Hunter Cub, which is more for the off-road. For all the other countries, I think, remember, I'm not up to all this bloody bullshit, I suppose. I just saw this bike and I thought, oh wow, cool. It's like the Postie bike, Australia Post. Why we call it, for people that don't follow my channel, a Postie bike, why we call it the CT110 a Postie bike is because Australia Post uses them to deliver mail here in Australia. We've had it for many, many years. And so this Hunter Cub is basically what we've known for many years, the Honda CT110, the Postie bike. But everybody seems to be comparing this to the Super Cub, which rightly they should. But I'm listening to all these comparisons and I'm thinking, well, we've already got this. This is what the Honda CT110 is. Before I go too far, the bike is bloody fantastic. Here's a couple of pictures of the bike. They've got the glowing red and they've got the matte fresco brown version of it. Fantastic, love it. Sorry, that's my bloody thing going off. Fantastic, love it. Would love to have one. But the price that they've got it going out in Japan, you convert it to Australian dollars. To get this thing on the road, it's going to be like $7,000 to get it on. So I don't see that bike is actually going to come to the Australian market. We just don't have the market or the geographical people that are going to want to buy this bike. Not for $7,000 for what you're getting. And when you look at why is this thing so much more expensive? And the other thing that I'm coming from this, where we can pick up these bikes on eBay at the moment for most probably $2,500, second hand that is. But that's the thing with these bikes, it doesn't matter if they're second hand because these things will just go forever. They're that bloody reliable. And previous to that, back in the years, you could pick them up for under $1,000 from the auctions. Then it was $1,500. I got two Postie bikes, the two that I have, for $1,525. Two of them from the auctions. I picked them up for. Obviously, there's a cult following, and people are now buying them up, putting them on eBay, and selling them a little bit more expensive. But $2,500 as opposed to $7,000. And if you've got $7,000, what $7,000 will buy you in a motorbike, and then you're going, well, I want to get a Postie bike and pay that same amount. It just doesn't make sense to me. So I don't know what other markets like. I think they're looking to maybe put it into the Europe market, which makes sense because Europe's all scooters and all that kind of stuff. So someone goes, yeah, I love the whole scooter. This is what we can ride. But I'd like to be able to go do a bit of off-road stuff. Well, you would pay the same amount of money because the Super Cub is priced at whatever that price is. Let's just say bloody $6,500. The Hunter Cub, this new one, is pretty much the same price. So someone who's in the market for a scooter would go, let's get this. We can take it off-road. It's a dual-purpose bloody thing, but we can still use it. You know what I'm talking about. Here in Australia, I just don't see it. We're all about getting the cheap Postie bikes and bloody doing bits and pieces and just layering around. We don't use them predominantly as a commuter bike. A lot of people do use them as commuter bikes. People, young guys just getting their license, they can jump on these. It's cheap, and they can get themselves around. But I think the biggest market of it is people like me that fucking grab it. It's cheap. It's a cheap second bike that you can dick around on. To now go, let's pay $7,000 to have a second bike just for mucking around on. I just don't see, especially what you can get for $7,000. All right, so let's just quickly. I wanted to get that out before anybody keeps watching this. I don't want to waste people's time. I love the look of this bike. It's bloody brilliant. I love why the money's gone. So if you look at all the details that's gone in, they've just absolutely totally refined Australia's Honda CT110. Obviously, it's got the new motor. It's got disc brakes front and rear. It's got ABS on the front only. You've got that digital instrument cluster. They're all talking about putting the exhaust going up the top and having spoke wheels. Well, that's all normal for us. We've always had that. The airbox being up height, same deal. We've already got that. The handlebars, for us, it's just the same. It's just that they've refined all the parts on it are all changed. Obviously, it's the same wheels. But that's where the money's going into it, ABS and all that kind of bullshit. So they talk about the tank size being bigger, and that's in comparison to the Super Cub. For us, it's the same size as what we've got. The only difference, I think, is the engine. Obviously, it's fuel injected, so I think they're saying about 300 kilometres or over 300 kilometres range, which over our postie bikes here is dramatically much better. The other thing is it's got electric start. It's actually got the electric start and a kickstart, which I thought was pretty good. But all the ergonomics of it and the clearances and all that kind of stuff. I've measured the clearance on my postie bikes. It seems it's the same as what they're saying, 165 centimetres. So I think the wheelbase is going to be pretty much everything's the same, just more refined. I personally can't see that it would come to the Australian market. I'm not sure whether it would work in the US market, where there's actually a market, because a lot of people, including me, said, "Oh yeah, I'd love it, I'd buy it, blah blah blah," and then they go, $7,000. Whoa, no thanks. That's just, for us, that's just not. It's ridiculous. But I can see where they've spent the money. But they've spent the money on refining this bike that we've had for so long. There you go. So anyway, I just want to do this quick update. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are, especially from the different countries, whether it's over in the European area. I think it would most probably work over there. That's just my thoughts, and I don't think much. Anybody over in the European, that obviously you guys are a big scooter orientated country because it's a lot smaller. Is that something that you guys think would work over there? Because the other thing is that it's great to have something that's now you can go off-road, but do you have off-road places that you can do that stuff? I don't know. And then in the US, I think the US would be pretty much the same as Australia, like in size-wise. You guys are very comparable to us. The difference between America and Australia is that you're heavily populated compared to us. So you might live somewhere and you have to actually travel 3 hours to get somewhere that you can get off-road, whereas most of us here, we're all just around the coast and everything in the middle. For me, it's 2 minutes and I'm in the bush. So it'd be interesting to see your guys' thoughts, and obviously the Australians. What do you reckon? Am I talking shit, or am I bang on the money saying that $7,000? Don't be bloody ridiculous. Righto guys, remember, keep on riding, and if you ain't riding, keep on keeping on.